Whew, good morning. My name is Bradley Andrews, and this is for the Practice of Mission um, Fieldwork Project 3. This is where we're supposed to attend a prayer meeting or a prayer vigil. I attended Dream City Church's Tuesday night prayer meeting that they have at the Prayer Pavilion. It happens at, what time is it? Was it 7 o'clock last night? Sorry, I'm still kind of tired. But yeah, so I attended last night, and it goes for an hour and a half, depending every week, and it's beautiful where it's at. So the Dream City Prayer Chapel Pavilion. It's located right on the side of a mountain, or or mountain, at least for Arizona, and you walk up these flight of stairs, and then as you walk up these flight of stairs, there's this courtyard with trees and just places that you can pray. If you want to go up even further onto the mountainside, they have a even smaller place where you can go up. But as you walk up to the prayer pavilion area, it's a pretty big building, about what do I want to say, like, let's say by like 75 feet by 75. It's kind of a square, and there's glass on three sides of the area with lights everywhere. And you go inside, and the door has a scripture on it as you go. It's at like these big bronze doors. It's interesting. I've never really I've been to this place before, but it's interesting to go to actual prayer meeting for this church. So I walked in, and there's lots of people there. They have a small band that they have, and as they began, they just greeted everyone, and the lead guy just started to settle people down. And we just starting to share the reason why we're here is for prayer. And they began to pray, and the band kind of played in the background as the lead guy was praying, and just praying about different topics. First began with, what was it? It was for the government, was for the first one, and then also praying for local community, and then for family, and then just for individuals as well. Kind of went through just praying for each one. And it was like a group prayer. Everyone was kind of praying at the same time, which I thought was pretty cool. But it was also a little confusing at time. For myself, I'm a little more, I kind of like more silence in my prayers. I'm not as, I guess you could say, Pentecostal. But it was interesting to see just different people. There was a very diverse group of people, young, old, different ethnic groups that were there as far as the prayers, and every once in a while, anyone who wanted prayer would come up and talk to the leader, and he'd pray for that person. So overall, the experience was just interesting, and I really liked, though, how when incorporating the our lesson practice of missions, it was very intentional and specific in their prayer requests as far as advocating an intercessory prayer for just current event topics, whether that be for families who are struggling with, which was kind of cool, was my topic was hunger, or whether that be children in the foster care system, because we have a lot of children here. But it was really specific, which I really appreciated. So, but to give you a little more of the scenario, or I guess depiction of where we're at, they also had different things that you could do as well. Like they had knee, what are they called? Basically knee cushions where you could kneel on the floor if you wanted to. And they also had the chairs were kind of lined up on two sides with two rows, and then the person who was leading the guy who was leading the prayer meeting was kind of standing in between, and then the band was off to one of the walls. So that was kind of the layout, and I guess different aspects. They also had lots of brochures on prayers. I'm trying to think what else as far as integration into this. It was nice to see people intentionally praying not only for themselves but others. I think so often kind of get me focused, but the prayer leader who was facilitating the group, he kind of put it on others focused, which was nice, change of pace. which I think was what we're trying to do in this class, which is a practice of missions to other people. So that's just kind of an overview. There was about, I'd say about between, I want to say 35 to 45 people. This wasn't a small group either. So anyways, that's my report on my fieldwork project. It was a good experience. Once again, I just wish it was a little more, I like quiet, so I'll probably go on a different day. The prayer pavilion's open 24/7, which I liked it, so I may go back there more during a silence time. Anyways, that's my update, and hope you enjoy.